Yo, monkeys, it's me, DDP Diamond Dallas Page. And you, monkey, you're listening to the Potsy and Tino show. And that's not a bad thing, monkey. That's a good thing. Bang!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Pots and Pans Network brings you as tag team champions of the world, the Potsy and Tino show. You'll have to forgive me. We're both live here. Let me move this out of the way. It is Potsy. It is Tino. Right now, Tino is watching. He is watching the power slap match of Jake Hager getting slapped to hell. Okay, straight up slapped to hell. I told him he had to watch all three of the slaps because if you watch all three slaps up until slap number 2, you are thinking that Jake Hager is going to win that match, right?
Yes,
because he got the guy rocked and everything else, and then he slaps Jake Hager. It's like the scene in Avengers Endgame where Peter Parker leaves the body. Or I'm sorry, the Spider-Man movie where Peter Parker leaves the body because Doctor Strange knocks him out of the body. That is what Jake Hager looked like. But folks,
oh my God.
This is the Potsy and Tino show. I am Potsy. He is Tino Gray. We are together tonight, and I apologize for Tino not being close enough so that we can move the camera a little bit closer to get us both in here.
I don't know if you got there. Where's your ring
light? I don't have a ring light. I don't normally need a ring light. Like you're just
no. Normally when I'm here, it's still not this dark.
You're right. It normally is not, and I don't know what that is. But we're just gonna go ahead and just accept it for what it is. You know what? It might be that I'm just a lot whiter right now.
I just got back from the beach too.
Yeah, you might be. You are actually peeling, my friend. I can see it.
That's my gray.
Oh, because I am peeling,
that's my gray.
And I am itchy as shit because of how much I'm peeling right now. It sucks ass. But folks, we're back. It's both of us. Tino surprised me by being here 20 minutes before I showed up.
I was like, where the fuck is this bitch?
But want to go ahead and say hi to Johnny Storm. Johnny, sorry I didn't send you the link. If you want one, I can still send it to you. But otherwise, we also have Michael Turner, who said KO'd the hell out.
Oh, yeah. He got it.
Yes, Jake Hager got knocked the F out. Tino, we always start the show with what's up with you, and you haven't been here in 2 weeks. So please,
it's been 2 weeks.
You weren't here last week, so it's been 2 weeks.
Oh,
I was here last week.
That's only a week though.
No, you weren't here last week. You were here 2 weeks ago.
Okay,
so there's 2 weeks of stuff you had. You got me.
I did it
2 weeks ago. You were here.
Yes.
So you missed a full week.
Yes.
So now it's 2 weeks worth of information.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's like what the hell?
Went to the beach. We left. We checked in on the 4th, dude, and that was awesome. Apparently, though, just like in Apex, at the beach, we thought we'd get there on the 4th. They'd already done their fireworks the night before, but my friend Mike was there with his family, and we ended up going to the beach and then shooting fireworks on the beach anyway. So we still got to see fireworks. And then for the most part, I was on the beach drunk every day. I figured it out. So
you figured it out. I figured out being drunk.
I had it mapped out. I got a case, 24, right, and then I got a 12 pack.
So 36.
I drank 6 beers a day. took 6 beers with me every day on the beach.
What kind of beer?
It's Mick Ultra. I was watching
Okay,
my boys
okay.
figure. What
So-
that?
I was watching my
And-
boys figure.
So and that I had 6 of mine, and my father-in-law, he had like Yingers. I would sneak a couple of Yingers. Actually, I had about 8 beers a day. I never do that at home. My wife's like, she's like, you'd have had to drag me off the beach. I'm like, oh, it's fine. Because the one like I pounded him, like you're out there all day. So we're out there from like
Yeah,
10
you
in the
just
morning
do it.
till,
You
like,
just do it.
5.
And the sad thing when you're drinking like Mick Ultra,
Yeah.
it's like drinking water.
Yeah.
Well,
And then-
carbonated water.
Yeah, and then I had Crowns in my beer of the summer, so I had Crown.
It's
for
not
the-
your beer. It's your drink of
my
summer.
drink of summer.
Drink of summer.
So yeah, so I had not Crown. I'm sorry, Corona.
Yeah.
Corona.
Corona is your.
Yeah.
Well, Corona's always been your beer.
Yeah.
Like except when you were sponsored by Rolling Rock.
Yeah. So drinking on the beach, and then we pretty much just chilling, relaxing. Nicole was laughing because, darker, but the darker I got, the
whiter
my
the
beard
whiter.
got.
The brighter the white got.
Yeah. So Matthew, he got so damn dark. He went to blink. So he blinked. He's dark. His face is dark. When he blinked, his fucking eyelids were still the same as natural color. So he's wearing a mask when he closed his eyes, like a raccoon.
By the way, as someone who's white, I am not allowed to talk about this. I was literally just talking to Tino about how like my sunburn has now peeled so much that it's just itchy.
Yeah, I think I am gonna start peeling that because it is.
I thought that was peeling.
Dude,
You're like, no, that's just my white hair.
That's not
You're right. You're right.
my graves, dude.
But I will tell you, man, like, and you want to hear something shit crazy about that is that, obviously I was down in Myrtle Beach for the 4th, and I got fried, and I recoated myself in sunscreen. Now, granted, I only did 50,
Right.
and normally I do like 100.
So why'd you only do half?
Well, no. I mean, it was the number 50.
Yeah.
Well, it's because that's all we had. But I coated myself 4 times, and by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, everybody was like, "You're a fucking lobster."
You were cooked.
And I'm like, "But why? Like why?" And when it started to, oh my god! And it's still like, and it's weird because it's like in certain spots, it is just super itchy. But did you have fun?
Oh, I had a blast, dude. Did not want to come back. We got back today.
Never want to.
Not today. I'm sorry.
Never want to come back.
No. I'm like, I don't want to go back to the real world. So we got back Saturday, and we pretty much, we even though we were on vacation, but Sunday, I didn't get out of bed till like 11:30, 12. I was like,
So when did you come back?
Saturday.
So okay, so this past Saturday. Okay.
Past Saturday before yesterday. We got back, and then yesterday I just chilled in the bed a lot, and I take my father-in-law to the airport, and then got back to work today. I was telling you, I work today, I work tomorrow. Wednesday's my birthday. I'm not working, and then work Thursday, Friday, and then I'm going to the beach. I'm going to Hickory this weekend.
What are you doing Thursday?
Thursday.
I'm sure you got plans at night, but should we go see a movie on Thursday?
I'm off Wednesday. I work Thursday.
No, the birthday's Wednesday.
Yes.
So Wednesday, 2:00 ish. Should we go see a movie?
We can do that because I know Matthew has a doctor's appointment. I'll tell Nicole to take him.
There you go. Like, it's your birthday. You shouldn't be working at all.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
So all right. Some good shit going on, man.
And like I said, I'm back to Hickory this weekend.
Well,
oh yeah.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to it.
And for those wondering, that is Crown Chocolate.
Love that shit.
Which, by the way, might be the best Crown flavor. I like Crown Apple.
It's dangerous.
I like Crown Peach. But Crown Chocolate, like you just said, is dangerous. Because, like, if you mix it with a shot of Screwball peanut butter whiskey, it is like drinking a peanut butter cup.
I can drink it straight.
Well, we just did.
and chilled straight. Oh, it's dangerous.
Even worse. But
Keeps kicking.
Tino, since something will probably come up and you won't actually hang out with me on your birthday. Happy birthday,
Appreciate it,
folks. He turns
Which one?
the home 5G is going to be the higher quality one.
Yeah,
and I'll go ahead and I'll type this
because it keeps
it doesn't save it.
Well, I've never been on it on this one. I had my iPhone. I was on it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, and you didn't need it last time you came over
because I wasn't. Yeah.
There you go. Now you're connected,
Yeah,
and hopefully it saves.
It keeps kicking me off of the thing, and I keep having to do it. So that's why.
Sure.
But yeah, so my birthday's 53, dude. I'm like, God knows.
53.
Thank you, Michael.
I'm literally trying to think like what, like if anything, like if I've heard of anything that is special about a 53rd birthday, and I can't think of anything that is.
I get my colonoscopy next month in August.
Well, we already talked about that a little bit.
Yeah.
I told so were you here? So last week I know that I talked about my sisters, like she did the Cologuard as well.
Oh no! Yeah.
And she tried to steal my gimmick.
What do you mean?
Well, what did I tell you? I told you I was going to write "check this shit out" on the box, and she was like, I thought about writing "check this shit out" on the box, and I'm like, you can't steal my gimmick. Like you, that is gimmick infringement. You cannot do it. And she was like, I almost did it. I didn't, but I almost did. And I'm like, you can't steal my gimmick. Like that's my gimmick.
She's gonna do it.
By the way, and this
that's
is
my line. That's my line.
Well,
that's my line.
So this week it really got me. Yeah, it really got me thinking about, you've obviously heard the stories about how my brother-in-law, when he turned 50, he was like, we need to start doing these crazy things.
Yes.
To really show that we're still living. And the first one was we got to do the not the ice bucket challenge, but it was the polar plunge. And I was like, I'm only doing it if you let me drink really expensive bourbon afterwards. So they started letting me drink $200 bourbon after I do it, which kind of makes it worth. But it isn't just before it. I'm like, we need to do a shot before, we need to do a shot immediately after, and then when we finally get home, I need to do it. And my whole point and reasoning behind it is because, like, if you let me do those shots, I'll stay warm the entire time.
Okay.
Because you're jumping into ice cold water, even though it is Myrtle Beach, so it's not ice cold, but it's almost
chilly.
Right. And then he did, and then you did it as well. We did the Hot Ones challenge, where we ate the 10 Impossible Wings or whatever, and
kill you.
You made it through?
I wanted to kill you, though. My stomach hurt so damn bad.
Dude, I had a comic book signing the next day.
God.
And I did not have the mint chilled dude wipes with me the next day.
I was like, I didn't know what I was going to throw up. Shit, I was so miserable.
Clip that. Miserable. Clip this. Clip it. But my point is that, like, that, Tino, we try to figure it out all the time, but, like, at this point, I'm 48. You're about to be 53. We have known each other.
Well, FUBAR wasn't legal, so
he wasn't legal, but I think I was 22. So I think I've known you 26 years at this point.
Well, me and Nicole been married 24.
And that sounds about right.
We were married 24.
That sounds about right.
We've been married 24, together 26. So
and for those that don't remember, the very first time Tino sat down at a table with me, the conversation immediately turned to pro wrestling.
I didn't understand that.
Me neither.
That's okay, Samsung. But Tino and I immediately started talking about pro wrestling. And
I think it's because weren't we at Arnie's and Arnie's was showing wrestling?
Yeah, I think we made them show SmackDown on Friday nights.
No. It was WCW. I don't remember if it was.
Oh, it's probably
Thunder.
night. It was probably Thunder. It's probably Thursday night,
Yeah.
because that would have been the same night as karaoke. So yeah, so Tino's absolutely right. We were watching that, and before you know it, like, we're sitting down and we just randomly started talking to each other about this shit. But there was this blonde girl.
I don't know if that was the same night.
No, it was the same. It was the same night we sat down. We might have met before. We might have met before that, because you got mad at me because I sat there and said Hootie.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
see, I kept calling him Hootie.
Punch you in the nuts so bad. But I think we were at the bar when that thing with Nikki went there.
This motherfucker, one of his social medias is Hootie fan. And he got mad at me for calling him.
Well, that
Hootie.
was before.
Before there was a social media for that.
I'm like, fuck it, might as well live in.
But you're right. The girl Nikki sat down.
Was she on one side of you?
Well, you were across from me. No. You were across from her, and I was sitting next to her. Mm-hmm. And then the other guy showed up, and he goes, fake. And before you know it, she starts swinging and just right across Tino's nose.
Trying to hit him.
Trying to hit the guy who was sitting there.
What the fuck did I do?
And we tell this story, I don't know, at least once a year, but it's still, to this day, it's hilarious. So what's up with me? I just want to let you know, and I'll try to make it quick because I never do. 10 days from now, I am flying to San Diego for San Diego Comic-Con. I will be there from Wednesday the 22nd through Sunday the 26th. No, if anybody of my friends tries to ask me to find a product for them that they want me to buy,
what was that on Facebook?
I will not do it for you. And it's not because I dislike you. This is what Tino's asking.
Yeah, I don't even know if people did that. So I was like, I saw that. So what happened?
Bro,
I don't even ask you to bring me shit back.
Bro, I worked at GameStop for 15 years. And during that time, every Christmas, I would suddenly, my social media would be like, hey, Rob, we're friends, right? Can you do? No, I cannot. And when I worked at GameStop, it was literally because if the product comes in, I got to put it on the shelf and it's got to sell. Boom, done, right? Especially at Christmas.
Even as long as we've been friends, I've never asked you for a hookup. I might ask you like, when is this coming out or where is it? But I've never said, hey, Rob, hook me up with something.
The only hookup Tino has ever asked for, the only one Tino has ever asked for is...
Was it a PlayStation?
No. It had nothing to do with any of that. It was a comic book. And you were like, am I in that one?
Yes.
Can I get a copy of it?
Yes.
Because he knew.
Tino the plumber.
Because Tino the plumber, who, by the way, made another appearance in the Zora Saves Christmas.
I had the beard this time.
I think we made sure you had the white beard.
Yeah.
But anyway, my point is that
it's rude, dude. I don't, that's not cool.
Well, and I always try to hit it ahead of time by telling people, hey, I am working. But okay. So I had, and I'm not going to mention who it was.
Okay.
And I totally, this was the first time this guy actually asked. So I tried to be as nice as possible about it because ultimately someone is going to go, well, that guy's an asshole when you sit there and you say no.
But no.
But well, hold on. So it's a person I highly respect that asked, and he's like, hey, you're going to be in San Diego. Is there any way that you, and while it's still going ... on like instant messenger or Facebook Messenger, I go, I'm going to stop you there. No. There is no chance that I'm going to have an opportunity to wait in line for 4 hours for you. Because for folks, I'm going to point out, San Diego Comic-Con
It's fucking crazy.
is
And I've never been there.
is insane. And I've offered Tino the
I'm-
opportunity to go.
I'm going to go one year.
He just has to pay for his flights and everything else.
I don't care.
I'll even let him crash it in my hotel room.
I don't care. I want to go just for the
Experience.
Experience. Yeah.
And I try to tell everybody the experience of San Diego Comic-Con is, if you've ever been to Disney World, it is like that, except you wait in line for a long ass time to do nothing.
Damn.
That's literally what you do. But all these people, and so the same guy sits there and mentions, hey, is someone going to be out in San Diego Comic-Con that has the opportunity to go do this? And after I'd already told him I will not have the time to do it. Like, if I have any time to do anything, I'm literally going to try to get myself autographs from people that I want.
I don't think I've ever seen that in person. That's cool.
Which one?
Just a
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I every time I'm like, it's retiring time of the banner, I hang them up in here. But I was like, and now, granted, the person that tried to repost it to me did not know that I'd already had the conversation with this person, so I have no problem with it. But I said, I replied, I will not have time. And that's all I replied. And then I got something back that said, but maybe you'll meet somebody that does. And it's like,
What the fuck, dude?
well, this is just the first part of the weird shit that happened in my week, by the way.
Okay.
So, of course, the guy who originally asked already knows that I won't have time. And I won't. I'm working.
Yeah.
Next week. Like this is a job
Yes.
for me. I am the VP of partnerships at Keenspot. I will be at the booth most time that I am actually in San Diego. If I'm not, I'm either at the panel, I'm at lunch, or wherever I'm actually trying to have a break, or I'm outside of the hours of the convention and I'm having drinks and networking and socializing and this, that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where I am with that. Like I never offer, hey, I might have time to, I will not. I am probably one of the most busy people, even though I don't have anything specifically on my schedule. I'm probably one of the most busy people that you see at those shows, because if I'm available at the show, I am at the booth making sure I'm taking meetings or doing whatever, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But so I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm literally just trying to say, please do not ask me to do a favor for you and try to be in line for something that I might not have time to be in line for you, because I will not have time to be in line for you.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. It is a job for me. But anyways, shit, I totally lost train of thought. Want to point out that there are projects that you have limited time to order right now, like Junior IR's Run and Hide, which I've already said, and I'll say again, there is a limited time to order it. It has to be ordered by July 27th. So we've got 2 weeks to order it. And that issue has a first of its kind trading card included with the A cover. So if you order the B, C, or D cover, which I would love for you to do, but the A cover has a first of its kind trading card with it.
Okay.
And I'll explain to Tino what it is after the show, so that he sits there and goes, oh shit, that's awesome. But I'm not announcing it yet, because I want everybody to understand now is your time to order something without knowing what it is and be excited, when you hear what we're delivering
Because
on.
9 times out of 10, when he does that, it's fucking worth the wait. That's one thing
I don't think I've ever not delivered.
Yeah, if Rob says it's worth the wait, it's worth the wait. Like I still like the one card you did a while ago that had the what was it, digital copy on there.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
Mm-hmm. So my point to everybody is I don't want anybody stealing what our trading card is going to do before it launches. So please order heavy on that book. Tino's now looking at all those Kari Andrews.
This is still
it's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
God, we're already half an hour into the show.
It's all right, dude.
And I still feel like I've got more to talk about because were you here when we found the 30-year-old Artie book?
I wasn't here, but you sent me a text when you found it because you were going back and you found it and you were going back and redoing it. And you were sending me all the redone.
I sent you one of the pages earlier tonight.
Yeah, that was fucking hot too.
And so, for those that don't know, my very first character that I created,
my favorite,
was a character by the name of Artie.
I don't know why it's my favorite. Just so fucking cool.
Well, I mean, honest to God, he's my favorite character that I've ever created because I created him 40 years ago this year.
So before the dog, you named the dog after the character.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
I also named Landis after.
Yeah.
I named Landis after the other character. I also named I had an iguana at one point named Foley, but he didn't survive. He took a bump.
Unlike your dog, I don't think Artie the character was racist.
No, Artie the comic book character is not racist. I'm gonna leave that where it was. But
oh God, I love that dog.
But I want to
so stupid.
But I want to point out that all year I had been trying to think about a way to give my very first character, which I knew I created in 1986, his own option and being in a comic. Right now, he'd been a backup character in Immortal. He'd been a backup character in a book called Scorn. He'd been a backup character in Dreadmud.
And I've been telling you for years I wanted Artie to have his own comic. He'll tell you. Like I said, I'm a fan of Artie.
And so I randomly reached out to the publisher and said, hey, do you have any of the old pages of Immortal? Because I also think that, okay, in 2003 is when we actually put out what came out as Landis #0, which basically is Immortal #0.
Okay.
And I was like, do you have any of the old art from that? And he goes, well, I have this folder. And he sent it to me. And there was 24 pages of Artie artwork. And it wasn't just Artie artwork. It was a full story.
Did you do a full story on
I did. I did one full story called Artie City That Never Sleeps. And it's about him in Vegas being a private investigator and what ensues from it. And it's silly more than anything else. But I sat there and said, this story's never been told correctly. It's never been told in color. So let me go ahead and start working on it.
And when was that? When did you do that? Was that in '86? Is that the one? Or no?
No. So, Tino, you're going to love this. That story started being published. The first 2 parts got published. The end of it never did.
Okay.
And it came out in 1997.
Oh, shit.
So if I actually put out this newly released full color version of it with a brand new dialoguing script to it next year. I hit the 30th anniversary for that. If I put it out by December of this year, I hit the 40th anniversary of Artie.
Oh, damn.
So I am sitting there telling everybody, hey, here's the deal. It's going to come out between December of 2026 and like March of 2027. So that way, either way, I could say it's the 40th anniversary and the 30th anniversary of when the story was originally written.
That's cool. That's cool.
It is. And, you know, like people might think that I'm cheating them or whatever, but the fact is that this artwork deserves to be seen. You've seen some of it.
It's awesome.
The artwork is fucking incredible. It's better than most of the books I've worked on. And I love every artist I've worked with. But it is better than almost any of the artwork that I've seen. I can't even contact the guy anymore who drew it.
He drew it.
No. Timothy Johnson drew it, and I don't know how to get in contact with him because it's such a normal name.
Yeah.
That I don't know how to get in touch with him. But the plan is to put the book out, and if he ever reaches out to me, to compensate him based on what he did for it.
So, yeah, hell yeah.
Other than that,
that's fucking awesome.
We normally talk about what we're watching.
I finally finished. Yes, sir. I finally finished Modern Family.
Oh, geez! All 10 seasons.
11.
Oh,
yeah, 11 seasons, and it was cool.
Jay. I don't ever talk about that parrot you've got. That's the line that my brother-in-law Shane and I say to each other. We never talk about that parrot you got.
That show, like I said, just watching the show, and then at so it was the last episode. Then they had a bonus episode with like interviews with the actors and everything, and it was cool, right? So yeah, I watched it, and as you watch it, you don't realize until they got to the end, those kids, dude, you're like, oh my god, from the beginning.
How much they age up?
Because it was like it started. It went on for what,
11 years.
So like
and they were actually kids.
Yeah,
it wasn't like that whole thing where they're like
adults,
where they're like 25 playing a 15-year-old kid.
Like Luke was 9.
Yeah,
like, Alex was like 11. You know what I'm saying? And the older girl, she's like 12, 13. I mean, they actually, and just to watch them. I mean, Luke, he came the little kid, the youngest. Yeah, like the chubby cheeks, and he was just so, and then he just grew up. So it was.
Whereas the parents never seem to age.
You can see Ed O'Neill age a little bit.
Well, but Ed O'Neill, when I said the parents,
yeah.
So when you say Julie Bowen,
yeah, and Ty Burrell,
and Ty Burrell, you're like,
they kind of, but not much.
Well, you know, I look back and I go, Ty Burrell was like a bit part on like Key and Peele back in the day, and when you see him, he's always playing like the Nazi character, and it's like,
oh yeah,
and it's like, oh shit,
and they didn't want him.
No,
they didn't want him. He had to actually go out. The directors know we want this guy, so he had to go film something. They go watch him like, oh yeah, we get it. They always wanted Eva. They always wanted Ed, and Ed almost didn't do it because he said,
I've already done that.
He didn't want to do another 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then
he said I'd already done those types of
And he said they sent him the script. He was like, hell. They called him back all this age about it. Tell him I'll do it.
Well, I mean, like you look at that show, and to this day
they won Grammys like Emmys every damn.
But you look at it and you go, that is never a show that Disney should ever approve, and Disney owns ABC.
And I feel bad because when it was out, I'm like, I don't want to watch it. And then I started binging. I'm like, this show is fucking hilarious.
This show is
it's
great.
The same thing with The Office. I was like, And then I started binging, and I'm like, that's funny.
So,
because Ty Burrell, his character Phil, reminded me so much of Michael on The Office.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
He's the same character.
Yes.
He is, yes. And you know, I never thought about that until you just said it. You're absolutely right. They are the same character. But I am going to point out that, like, the difference between that type of stuff is that, like, The Office, I think, works really well as, like, those 30-second TikTok snippets.
Yeah.
Like Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
And by the way, Ted Lasso, to this day, I still think it's one of the best shows
But I
ever.
think you could do the
written.
same thing to TikTok, whatever with the, you don't think you could do that with Modern Family? The little 30 seconds, just like you said, The Office is good for you.
You can do it with Modern Family with, like, the open and the close of the show.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do it with the middle of the show. Which, by the way, I think The Office is exactly the same. I think that you do it with the open of the show, and that's where, like, I find that show extremely funny, is those cold opens.
Yes.
But when you look at Ted Lasso has those moments all the way through the episodes.
I never watched that either.
Oh my god! You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it when you finally watch it.
You're gonna kill me when I tell you this one. So,
Oh boy.
Matthew was watching show. He goes, "Hey, Dad," because he got me in a Modern Family. He got me in all. He goes, "Dad."
He's the one that got you a Modern Family?
As he's watching, he goes, "Dad, you gotta watch this show." He said, "Because I watched I'd watched Bernie Mac's show. I watched Blackish." He goes, "Dad, I think you like Modern." Okay. You know what he told me to watch? He's watching. He goes, "Dad, is this cool?" You're gonna kill me,
I'm probably gonna kill you because
Dexter. Dexter. He goes, "Dad, you gotta watch that next." I'm like, Rob's been telling me to watch Dexter forever.
well, you know, Dexter is a show, and we're already 37 minutes into the show. But Dexter is a show that, like, my nephew messaged me one day and he goes, "Uncle Rob, have you ever watched Dexter?" And I was like, "Drew, I've watched Dexter twice through. And I can even tell you when it's good and where to get the fuck off." Because,
how many seasons is that original? And like,
first show's 8.
okay,
8
seasons.
Eight seasons. Then they do Dexter.
That's not telling Matthews. There's all these other.
They do Dexter New Blood. Then they do Dexter, whatever the prequel series was called. And after they do the prequel series, they do the new series.
Which one did you say get off? You didn't.
So where are you at?
I haven't started, like I said. So.
Okay.
And how long are they? Like 40-minute, 50-minute episodes? Or
They're full hour-long episodes because it was on Showtime. It is a series where we haven't even started talking wrestling, and there's so much wrestling to talk about.
Okay. After this, we'll talk wrestling.
Well, I still haven't talked about the movies I went and
Okay,
saw this
sorry.
week. Because I finally signed up for A-List.
Oh, you tell me you're gonna do that. All right.
But the first 3 seasons of Dexter are fucking gold.
Okay.
After that, it's wishy-washy, but the first 3 seasons are gold. But you have to watch all of it because when they do I already said what it was called. When they tried to bring it back the first time, New Blood was fine. It was fine, but then they brought it back for Dexter Resurrection. And Resurrection was awesome.
Okay.
And now they're doing Resurrection season 2.
Oh, shit. So speaking of movies, I don't know if we talked about it. When did you go see Supergirl? Did we talk about Supergirl? I went and saw it.
I think we did. I think we talked about it. I really liked Jason Momoa as Lobo.
Yes, sir.
I didn't see all the hate that came from it. And speaking of that,
they're still fucking
dogpiling
on it.
Well, I'm going to say right now, I had never watched the first version of Moana
at all. The animated?
Nope. So I went to go see the live action Moana.
I heard a dog piling on that one too. I can't get past rocking that fucking wig.
Well, it's not even the wig that bothers me. I'm okay with the wig.
Are you asking me? You would think he's wearing a bodysuit, and I don't. He's just fucking a monster. I don't think he's wearing a bodysuit.
He wears a bodysuit. They've admitted to it.
Okay.
And they said, so the studio is saying it's because there's an animated
Yeah.
tattoo that
Like
talks to him and everything.
Because
So that's why they put.
An original, his tattoos moved and all that stuff too. So.
And I'm sitting there going, that's why.
Well, they still could have done
Not
that.
the fact that The Rock seems to be on Ozempic at this point.
I think he goes up and down because he was on.
Bro,
When he did his last movie was what the MMA movie the Machine.
Smashing Machine.
He was huge.
That was his last movie that is huge.
Okay.
And then immediately after that, he dropped all the weight.
Okay.
But I enjoyed it. I thought it was fine.
Okay.
But then I saw that it had a $250 million budget. And I'm going to ask you, where the fuck was that? Because the only actor I knew was The Rock.
That's probably his paycheck.
$200 million, $250 million.
And probably because did they have music from the original? Do you know?
All of the music was the original.
So
Which
they probably had to pay Lin-Will, whatever. his
Miranda,
name,
yeah.
They probably had to pay him again.
I still can't see it being a $250 million movie. It didn't make sense. Like Marvel movies are made for $250 million, and that's when you have Robert Downey Jr. in them. And he makes $80 million a movie.
Special effects on his fat suit.
On his fence.
I don't know.
Woo! You are asking for him to come show up at your house. So I saw that, and I also saw Evil Dead Burn.
Evil Dead Burn.
Now I am an Evil Dead fan. I started with
video
Army of Darkness.
No, that's
Then ended up going back and watching the original Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. And then I even own all of the episodes of Evil Dead or Ash versus Evil Dead, which is Bruce Campbell versus the Deadites and everything. And I love the fact that people online are going, this is such a brutal movie. Why did they take Evil Dead, which was funny, and make it into this? And it's like, you obviously didn't see the original Evil Dead movie, and you also haven't seen where Sam Raimi really wants that series to be. And all I'll say is, like, the Rotten Tomatoes score for it is like a 94. Because if you like horror movies, it is sick, it is disgusting, and it is a claustrophobic ride.
Oh, I might have to go check that out then.
And I enjoyed it. And now that I am on A-list with AMC, I can now see any movie in any format 4 times a week.
Oh shit.
So $25 a month.
Oh, so you just show
See 2 movies a month and you've already paid for it. So I was like, fuck it. That sounds awesome. And I saw Moana in IMAX because any format, there it was.
So you pay $25 a month. You get to see 4 movies. Do you just show them your app? So you pay when you get to the theater. I guess do you buy your tickets, or is that $25?
I do it all through the app, and it's $25 for 4 movies a week.
So you just pay it. So you don't have to pay at the theater. That $25 covers it. You just go and say, "Here's my."
I sit there and go, "That's the movie I want. That's the seat I want," and do it. And it goes, "Do you want to use one of your 4 movie passes?" Yes. That's it. That's it.
Nice.
And I did it twice last week, which means I already made my entire week's worth or the month's worth for that. So yeah, that's I watched House of the Dragon today. I also watched Sugar today. If you're not watching those shows, they're both excellent. Sugar is on Apple TV. House of the Dragon is on HBO Max. Now, Tino, I'm about to blow people's minds on HBO Max.
Okay.
All right. We all knew that at some point they were going to sit there and figure out a way to go, hey, you can't use this other person's HBO Max, right?
Right.
We knew it. Netflix did it. Netflix figured out a way to go, hey, $7 a month, you can get a second account. HBO Max. I go to watch episode 3, and episode 4 happened this week, but episode 3 last week, I get a message that says, is this your HBO Max account? And it says, if not, here's how to sign up.
Who's counting?
I'm not going to say because I don't want to get anybody in trouble
Gotcha.
or anything. But I sat there and said, well, that's fucking weird. So I backed out of the account, right? But I have a Google TV. And I'm about to fuck up everybody that has a Google TV that's figured this out. But if you have a Google TV or a Chromecast, I assume this works the same way. This is what I did, folks. I went to my search on my TV. I typed in House of the Dragon. It told me it's available on HBO Max because I'm currently signed in to an HBO Max account. I clicked the button, and guess who didn't have to update their account?
Oh, shit.
And it worked last week. And it worked today.
And it's going to work next week.
And by the way, you saw when you and Shavar were talking about AEW last week, and Shavar said, are y'all watching this? And I said, no, I might have to set up a new HBO Max account. I did not have to set up a new HBO Max account because I typed in Dynamite. And my Google account allowed me, by the way, clip that. I don't know if I'm going to post it, but clip it. It allowed me to take it allowed me to log in to the same account that was already logged in and I never logged out of, but without having to add in a new password or anything else. And I was allowed to watch the Kenny Omega versus MJF match last week, as well as, by the way, Chris Jericho's best match in years, the Tommaso Ciampa match. Ciampa. That's how Ciampa says it. So say it right. We don't want to upset that guy because he might show up at our house.
With the crazy eye.
Well, I'm okay if he shows up with the crazy eye as long as it's because he's happy to be here.
He beats our ass and he goes,
no, that's Barry Horowitz.
no,
I know he does it too, but he sits on the ring side. Anyways, just want to point out what you just heard is a quick way to
go to jail. Oh, shit.
No. Is it 8 o'clock?
No, it's my sister.
Oh, but you have a sister?
You know I have a sister. I have a baby sister. Yes. You were at my wedding. She was at my wedding. Dumbass.
That's true. Okay, I was there for that. You don't really talk about her very much.
She lives. She was here when my mom had accident. She was here.
But anyway, I just want to point out that I was worried I wasn't going to be able to watch that match between Kenny and MJF. And if you want more, you can.
That is.
That's 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
But I wanted to make sure that that I got to watch that, and I was like this close to buying HBO Max.
Oh.
And by the way, today I go to and here's the best part: if you have a Google TV and you're already logged into an HBO Max account, folks, you do not. But I want to point this out: if you do already have one,
Google Fiber,
and you have not, and you have not had HBO, if HBO has sat there and told you this, God, now I think I forgot what I said because you were like talking in the middle of it.
Sorry.
It shows up on the TV screen. It goes, "Hey, you got a new episode of this to watch." I just click on it. I don't even have to do any of the work anymore. I just click on it and it's like right in. That's how I watched House of the Dragon episode 4 today.
That's so fucking awesome.
And now that I know that I can do it with Dynamite, I just have to type it into the search because Dynamite doesn't generate automatically. But like Lanterns, when it starts August 1st,
I'm so excited for that.
and I am insanely excited for it because I love Kyle Chandler. Aaron Pierre looks like he's going to be great in the role. Nathan Fillion shows up at some point during it, so I'm happy with all of that. The fact that as of right now,
They're coming up, Mr. Terrific.
unless someone from HBO listens to our show or somebody keeps posting what I just said to Clip, you'll be able to sit there and do this if you have, I believe if you have a Chromecast, you'll be able to do it as well, as long as you go into your Chrome app and launch it from there. But anyways, folks,
Let's do it. Do it.
I think it is time that we start talking about pro wrestling.
Pro wrestling.
So, Tino, you were not here last week.
No, so what did I miss?
Well, you missed Sami Zayn becoming the undisputed champion of the We Are the World champion for 9 fucking days. Because Adam Pearce announced that Sami Zayn would have that championship defended on Monday Night Raw, even though he was a SmackDown champion. Even though the SmackDown general manager was suspended at administrative leave is, I believe, the wording that they used for it. But Sami Zayn is supposed to face Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes gets his head slammed in the door of a car.
But no, Gunther jumped him first and beat the shit out of him. And then he started talking shit to Sammy. And then I don't know, he looked by Sammy and just fucking
hit that fucking door.
I was like, oh shit. He goes, oh, you're getting up. No, you're not.
Well, and then Cody had like the most candy colored version of blood coming out of his ear ever. Because it was this like cherry red color.
It was Kool-Aid.
They
put Kool-Aid on him.
And Gunther looked at Sammy and said, "You're gonna owe me." And then Sammy was like, "Well, great. Now I don't have to worry about a championship match tonight because, well, he."
Not so fast, my friend.
So okay, you got the results for.
Yeah. So
let's go through the show.
Well, actually,
we could probably run through it pretty quick because I don't think it was a very long show or full show.
Actually, kicked off with your boy Seth in the ring.
Yes, yes, it did.
And he was.
Oh, and I want to talk about this actually.
Talking shit. About, hey, I'm going against your boy Roman at the pay-per-view. Then all of a sudden, LA Knight.
Wow, really?
Sorry, yeah.
Like that? Yeah. And LA Knight came out and said, brother. But he finally got to his point, which was, I'm tired of listening to the two of you thinking that you run the place, that you own the place, that you have put yourselves in situations to where you deserve to be there. And I'm tired of people just taking chances, walking in the door and taking chances. And that's kind of what we heard right there. But what happened at the end of the night, Tino? Didn't the door open up and someone just took a chance?
Yeah, but I think they were going back to that promo that he did that CM Punk did in the ring with Cody Rhodes when he was like, the opportunities fall out of the sky for
Totally
championship.
Totally was. But how do you have LA Knight cut an entire promo, which, by the way, had Chicago eating out of his fucking palms, only to sit there and have CM Punk do exactly what LA Knight said Seth Rollins was doing?
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that? And how do you get the Chicago crowd, which normally is smartened up, to sit there and eat both of those like it's the best meal they've ever had?
I don't know. I don't.
Like, how did it make you feel hearing the LA Knight promo?
I thought it was a good promo, and
I thought it was great.
LA Knight's always a great promo, but it's not going to lead anywhere. And I think that's what frustrates me. He's got it. He can talk.
Yeah. What? Sorry. What did that promo mean after the Seth versus Roman match the week before got set up? Because Seth comes out, he starts doing, and in fact, he's like, Chicago, I've always loved you. We've always loved each other. And then all of a sudden, LA Knight comes out, and LA Knight's sitting there like, brother.
I didn't get that. What was that brother shit?
Well, that was, you can tell me you don't like me. You could say we don't like each other, but between Roman and Seth, we're always at the top of the card, was what that said. But my point from there is, what does it mean for LA Knight? Because
it doesn't mean anything. That's what I'm saying. He'll come out there and give a fire promo. The crowd gets hyped up.
I mean,
and they don't push him.
His promo was probably better than anything else the entire night until that gate came up. Which, by the way, I also have a problem with the gate coming up and showing someone walking through the gate. And we don't even have to talk about the rest of the show. The fact is that Nick Aldis
sat. There's one more thing I want to talk about.
Well, you can, but I'm going to talk about this now. But Nick Aldis sat there and said, I already figured it out. I already got it taken care of for you. And he's in the building. Well, why is the fucking door opening up if he was in the fucking building? The fact of the matter is that a guy who wasn't allowed to make a match made a fucking match.
Nope, he made a phone call.
But he made a phone call when Adam Pearce said, I'm going to put a match together. Well, Adam Pearce might have only been able to get like El Grande Americano or somebody together for, or Rayo Americande or whatever for that match. But the fact is that all of a sudden Nick Aldis is like, oh, I figured it out. I got a guy for the match, and he's in the building. Not true. He's not allowed to make a match, and that guy wasn't in the building. We saw it. That motherfucker showed up, and that door opened, and he walked through. He wasn't in the building before that.
Another side.
That motherfucker showed up wearing his underwear because he was wearing his fucking pink ass trunks outside. He was like, "Let me the fuck in." That's what he was saying. Okay. And I got a problem with that because Sami fucking Zayn has busted his ass to get to where he is. And Tino, it's time for both of us to sit here and talk about this.
Generico.
I'm not even going to talk about El Generico. I'm going to talk about the character that WWE created with Sami Zayn, who was the biggest white meat baby face in NXT, who became the conspiracy theorist heel in WWE on SmackDown and Raw, became the best part of the fucking bloodline, and then became the world heavyweight champion, undisputed world heavyweight champion, mind you, only to lose the fucking belt to a guy who hadn't been there for 3 fucking months, only showed up once after WrestleMania and then dis-fucking-peered. And we're supposed to sit there and just go, hey, it's best for business.
Well, they were in Chicago, so that's it. Hey, we want to make sure we make all the money we can and get all the odds on it we can. And that was money. That wasn't anything else but money.
If WWE was smart, and by the way, I know we're talking about Raw, and we haven't even talked about SmackDown. We haven't talked about any of the other shows, but I'm going to talk about SmackDown right now. And why the fuck did Sami Zayn not show up for any fucking moment on that show after losing the SmackDown Heavyweight Championship to sit there and say that they fucked him over?
Well,
and
that's why they did it after the show on Raw, which I agree with you.
But they didn't. But they didn't.
They did it they showed it on the.
I know what you're talking about because I watched it and I saw him break down and cry, which by the way is a fucking man who earned that moment to cry. But Sami Zayn did not get to sit there and go, this is why this was wrong. Nick Aldis was not in power. He should not have had the opportunity. Hold on, please.
Okay.
Nick Aldis was not in power. He should not have had the opportunity to sit there and set up a match.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk, when they said the guy is in the building, Sami Zayn might have been getting ready for a match for anybody that was in the building, but he was not there. Then all of a sudden, he has a match and he loses to a guy who was not supposed to be there. And I'm supposed to sit there as a Sami Zayn fan, and Sami Zayn is supposed to sit there and go, oh, that's okay? No, fuck that. All of those things were against him. He should have sat there and said, this guy was not in place and not in power. Because of that, take the belt away. And what they should have done, worst case scenario, is on SmackDown this week, had Sami Zayn versus CM Punk one more time. What they did was they had no Sami Zayn. They had CM Punk set up a match at SummerSlam against another person, not even the person that deserves a fucking rematch. And we're supposed to just sit there and accept that. And by the way, I'm going to tell you right now, this is why I'm okay with WWE only having 28,000 tickets sold for fucking SummerSlam, because Sami Zayn was fucking robbed.
I agree with everything you said, but I think WWF had some explaining to do, Lucy, and that's why they didn't have Sami there. They gave CM Punk that so he can say, "This I was here. We were working on the contract," and they had to explain it because they had to clean up that mess. Where the fuck did CM Punk come from? So you're right. They should have had Sami Zayn there, but what they did was we got to cover our ass on this end to explain how CM Punk got. And I bet you next week they'll do this the thing you said with Sami.
Well, except here's the thing: 5 days after Sami Zayn lost that title, on his fucking show, he doesn't show up.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
No, and I'm not arguing with you. I am literally sitting here going, this is a problem with the whole thing. Like, you can tell me, WWE, that Sami Zayn does not deserve to be an A-list player, and you can go fuck yourself with both of these. Tino, throw them up too. Come on, you know you're agreeing with me. Throw those up, because here's the fucking deal. Sami Zayn has been an A-list player, and if you try to tell me that Triple H doesn't agree, then why the fuck did Sami Zayn ever become NXT World Champion? At the same time, I want to point out that the people that are in Triple H's ear in the WWE at the main roster level, so we're talking about you, Bruce fucking Pritchard, and we're talking about you, Michael P.S. fucking bullshit goddamn Hayes. Here's the fact of the matter. You are old, you are decrepit, you have lost your understanding of what the wrestling business really is. And this isn't something that like Jim Cornette or even fucking Vince Russo, bro, is trying to tell you about this. Here's the fact of the matter. You do not get what we want at this point. So it's time to fucking retire. Especially you, Michael Hayes, because you
I never
think
liked your Freebird ass anyway.
he was the worst Freebird out of all of them. But here's the truth. You keep saying that Chelsea Green should know her place. Well, her place should be at the fucking top of the fucking industry because of all the things she is willing to do and put herself through so that we get what we want. Sami Zayn is exactly the same. Now, I have a serious problem with someone like Vince Russo telling me that Sami Zayn is the common man winning this title because here's the deal. Fucking Dusty Rhodes, he's just a common man, was the first line of his fucking song.
Working hard with his hands. That's my favorite wrestler.
I love the fact that Tino's actually with me on all this, by the way, because he hasn't tried to stop me.
I agree with everything you're fucking saying.
But Sami Zayn telling me that he is a good hand and he's a good talker, get the fuck out of here because I'm tired of this bullshit of you telling me that these guys that run the fucking industry and are the best fucking workers you have can't fucking go. And they can't be at the top. Because here's something that Tino proved to me just a couple fucking weeks ago.
Oh.
Darby Allin, who I said would never be at the top of the fucking industry, not only made it to the top, but he put on
Banger
at least
after banger.
well, I'm not gonna steal Sheamus's thing.
Sorry.
But he gave me at least 6, and I know that there were like 8 matches, but I know that at least 6 of the matches I sat there and said, these are better than anything WWE's put on. So I'm going to say right now, and you can clip this, StreamYard.
Excuse me.
WWE needs to realize that Michael Hayes and Bruce Pritchard are fucking old, decrepit sons of bitches that don't understand what we want to see as wrestling purists at this point in our lives. And Tino was literally, yeah.
And on top of that, it's the same thing that I preach on this show week in and week out. These guys that you're pushing are about to retire. You need to let some of these young guys come up and shine, because what's going to happen what's going to happen when these old guys either retire or they get hurt, and now you have to scramble. I love Rhea Ripley, but right now she's one of them. Rhea Ripley is awesome, right? But they have not built.
Hadn't been around for 6
Anybody.
weeks.
Because she's hurt her knee and she probably have to. But that's where they run into a problem. Where they can put the belt on. They have not elevated anybody else in this women's division, right? I mean, so right now you got Tiffany Stratton.
100.
She's got the.
They're not even putting it on.
No.
SummerSlam.
No, you don't have a Jade Cargill. So, I mean, she's still kind of green, but you haven't elevated anybody enough I mean, you got Charlotte, but that's another one that's been around for, you know. been
Even
around for a
she's
minute.
got a bad knee.
Yeah. I mean, even if you put it on Alexa, I want somebody younger. As much as fucking JC Jane is there now. JC Jane, if they fucking would have elevated her, she'd be the perfect one to get in there.
Just say that Rhea can't actually put the title on the line.
This is what they would.
And because of that, they sit there and they go, hey, these 6 women are going to be in a singles match, and JC Jane walks out with the belt?
But
fuck yeah!
But it's these 6 women, but something you always say, those 6 women who have never been champion before. And you need to bring some of these NXT at women. So that unfortunately that would eliminate your Tiffany and your Alexa and your Charlotte. So now you've got room. Now you've got room for motherfucking JC Jane. Fucking what's her? The other one is in there. The blonde.
Lacey.
No, the blonde.
Fallon Henley.
Fallon Henley. She'd be fucking good to go, right? Meechin. Let Meechin have a run at it. These people you would never ever fucking Chelsea Green. This would be the fucking perfect opportunity for you to surprise somebody.
So I gotta ask you. You look at SmackDown right now, okay? And by the way,
now Blake, what's her name? Monroe's on there now.
Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move this to SmackDown results, even though we're not really talking about the results. And Tino, it sounds like you and I are gonna go long tonight. And you and I are going to be like, but we're not going to be against each other. I want to point this out. So on SmackDown, he's talking about Fallon Henley. He's talking about Meechin. He's talking JC. I'm going to say this. Every single woman he just mentioned.
Fucking Johnny's wife.
Oh.
Put her ass, Candice
LeRae. By the way, I did love
the CM Punk
when CM Punk actually walked up and said, "This isn't the Johnny Gargano that I expected to walk here."
He even told Candice, "Fucking go do what you do."
It's like smack him, get his ass up. But here's the deal: every female wrestler that Tino just talked about, and I'm trying to keep an eye on the comments on this. Every female wrestler that Tino just talked about, I want to point out, none of them besides Charlotte Flair is looked at as a primetime player. What the fuck is Michael Hayes sitting there trying to get across here? I literally just went through like a 20-minute diatribe about this. But when it comes,
they got it in fucking JC Jane. She's NXT and fucking TNA.
And I agree. You have someone that was a long-term women's champion. But my point is that besides Charlotte Flair, does Michael Hayes even watch the fucking program? No. Because here's the deal. You have JC Jane. You have Lacey Lane.
Lacey Lane, and then the other chick.
I just said her name. Fallon Henley. But then you also, by the way, I'm still pissed off about the fact that Alexa Bliss, who is a 5-time women's fucking champion in WWE, and by the way, also was featured on Everything on the Menu with Braun Strowman this week. Let's go ahead and have her lose to fucking what's her goddamn nuts.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put her because she's been champion. So unfortunately,
no. My point though is that you're still sitting there, and I think what you're saying is we're trying to get new people,
new blood.
But since she's been there, she has not been focused on.
Properly.
But you're right. When we look at what's JC Jane and Fallon Henley's group called?
Fatal Influence.
Fatal Influence has lost more matches than they've won. Why is it that we're sitting there trying to tell you, hey, let's go ahead and put all this stuff up there, and then we fuck you over. Like it's garbage.
Yep.
And so you and I tonight have agreed on everything in terms of these matches.
Yes.
All right. Let's actually go to a show.
Wait, let me go back to Raw because there's something in particular that I want to.
We'll go to Raw. There we go.
Tag team champions. Talking about 9 days of Sami Zayn. We've already put these titles on the Vision and have added Maxine Dupree.
Okay.
It made it look like, and it also made it like Paul doesn't really give a fuck about the Vision anymore because he's with Brock now, right? So he kind of like prove yourself to me.
Well, he didn't
Show
say
me
that.
something. Well, he didn't say it, but show me something.
He and they did show him something.
They didn't, but when they came back, he goes, "You finally somebody did something," and Austin's like, "Oh, thank you." Oh no, I was talking about her.
I agree. So go ahead.
I don't know where they're doing with the Vision now, right? Because Paul right now has got his whole. Because to me it seemed like he's kind of like poo-pooing on the Vision now because he's got Brock, right? And so now he's kind of not really paying attention to them.
Well,
So-
hold on. Would you not poo-poo on the Vision if you had the if you had the
Yeah, but-
Brock?
but
If you
Brock's-
had the Brock,
But Brock's we know is not going to be there long term, right? And we know that he's going to get his ass whooped by Ova. So when Brock rides off in the sunset, is he now Paul's got to come back with his tail tucked between his legs to the Vision?
no, because I do think that the way that they've set it up is he's coming back and he's like, hey, here's the deal. The machine of Brock, you guys understand why I'm there. But everything else, like, fucking prove yourselves. And he has it's kind of gone that way. It wasn't as clean as what I just said, but it has kind of been that way.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That's all I want to say about Raw. I just want to get back.
Yeah, there's not much.
Yeah, I was mad. I was pissed off that the Street Profits lost already. To
What? Okay,
shit is
that's something we could talk
What kind
about.
of bullshit is that? Right? They're not going to do anything with the Vision. They're not. I don't know what the fuck this whole.
You know what my problem with that is? Okay. So Tino is talking about the Vision losing the tag team or the
Street
Vision winning,
Profits. Yeah.
the Vision winning the tag team titles. That my problem with this moment here, I'll choose you. My problem with this moment is that the Street Profits had been great
Mhm.
for like the last 5-6 weeks. This came out of nowhere, which, by the way, should be a thing that we sit there and go, oh, we like that as wrestling fans, right? We should like it. The reason why we don't like it is because why did Maxine Dupree actually do what she did? Now, it's tough because part of us, we're thinking the Maxine situation, we are supposed to go, hey, that was bound to happen.
Yeah.
Right?
And
So-
then okay, and then as she drops off with excuse me, with the Vision, you get Otis and
And this is going to set up Otis and Tozawa versus.
are they gonna fucking win the tag titles? No. Why are we wasting? Why? It was a waste.
The only good thing that comes of that, and you said they're not going to win, and you're right. But the only good thing that comes of it is they keep their jobs. And I hate saying that. And by the way, you can clip that. The fact is that like that's they're going to keep their jobs. And Otis and Tozawa deserve to keep their jobs.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed this week WWE started house shows again.
Ah.
Which will be interesting to see how these contracts go going forward. But, oof, what is that? I don't know what that is. All right. So let's take a look at our comments real quick.
Turner got a pair, right?
Yeah, he does. Don't Seth and Roman again. Don't need Seth and Roman again. Well, that's about all we need to see. Let's.
Agreed.
You know what? I think it's time to move. Did you watch NXT?
You know I did.
All right. Tino's going to talk about NXT. I think I watched most of it, but I want to hear his take on this.
I don't remember what happened on it.
And folks, I apologize. We're at an hour and 20 minutes already, and
Yeah, it's not gonna be that much because NXT wasn't. They did. Kelly Armstrong came out. She wanted her chance at the NXT title. Mola Vice and Kalani came out. They all came out and called Kim McGray out. I am very, very happy that Kim McGray won that title because again, NXT gets it. NXT gets it, right? I know NXT is the feeder program and it's the developmental, but they get it. You know,
Shawn Michaels knows what he is doing. 100%. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
But I am 100% behind what you just said.
So we had Keanu Carver and Tank Ledger. That was a fucking awesome match. But I think the main thing I want to talk about is
okay. This is you. I even moved it. I even moved the camera.
The main thing that I want to talk about that really stuck out to me on NXT. So next week.
So this week coming up.
Yeah.
Okay.
This week.
Well, that would be next week.
No, I'm talking Kendall Gray versus Natty. So that was last week. Kendall faced Natty for the championship.
Yes, that was the main event.
So Natalia lost.
How do you feel about that?
I'm good with it because Natalia. So even though she's coming up and she's got this whole new Natty persona, I think her giving back and giving up wins or whatever losses she did to these up and comers is good, right? They get the iron sharpens iron, right? They get to sharpen their teeth against Natty. She doesn't lose anything by losing, right? And so next she's dealing with Jada Parker, Miss Parker, and I know you watched Busted Open. So did you see what Jada Parker called in and Busted Open and fucking harassed Natty? Did you see it or hear it? So she's doing her job, and Natty, Natty's doing her job, and it's her and McGreca. And he goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, we got."
By the way, I want to point out, Tino gets mad at me for doing this, but
it's part of a story.
But it's a storyline.
Part of a storyline.
Absolutely,
it's not part of a storyline. This feeds into because Natty. Okay, so Natty's been the whole time.
I'm giving his props here.
I appreciate it. The whole time Natty's been on NXT, she has been calling Jada soft, and this is why I think Jada's up next. I think they're pushing Jada to either be the championship and getting her ready to go up in the main roster.
If not the main roster, she's going to AAA.
Yes, because Natty, and I don't know if Natty wanted handpicked Jada for this.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Because she sees something in Jada. But Natty has been on Jada since she's been there calling her soft, and she's jumped her a couple of times, and and all this other stuff.
this week, just so you know,
Mhm.
this week there has been conversation where someone has been like, Natty needs to do this, this, and this, but we're expecting more, and it's all about the what we're talking about,
Right.
you know, and
Just giving them the rub.
yes. And Natty obviously has been doing that for a while, and someone actually called in and said, I would love if there was another guy that would do that. And what's funny is obviously this week Baron Corbin came back to, and I hate to break the news, but like initially before he got released or his contract ended or whatever, Baron Corbin was that guy
Mhm.
in the guys division. So
And I think he is going to. I think that's what they're going to use him for when he comes back. Because apparently,
I think he's meant to actually push Trick to the main event.
I think that's why they pushed him. They're gonna push him to work with Trick to get Trick to the main event, and then they're gonna push Corbin up to main event to help elevate other guys. So he's up at the main event. So then the undercard that's coming up, Corbin is going to become like the gatekeeper to the main event. So you get past Corbin, then you're there. So I think you're right. Corbin is the perfect guy to do that.
Corbin is the perfect guy to do that. In fact,
Because he's a good hand, and I hate using that term, but he is a good hand.
well, I feel like, is there one of these here?
Yeah, you did it.
No, I was looking for Sheamus.
Yeah, you pass it. Go down.
Was it on there?
Sheamus not returning. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh yeah. So I want to talk about this, and folks, we're gonna give a full segment to AEW and their main event, right?
The main event, yeah.
That we have to.
That's the only
Well, it's not just the main event. It's Jericho versus Ciampa as well.
there's
Like
two.
that
There's two.
that
There's two.
entire show.
There's two.
But those two matches, weird, definitely. But Sheamus,
There is one point, another match, and they're not a spot that I'm like
on which show?
on AEW.
Okay. I want you to talk about this.
Which one? What? Sheamus not renewing? Why? I don't understand. So I don't understand why. Is he one of the ones that they tried to get him to take less money? Why is he not renewing? Sheamus, dude. Sheamus is one of those, kind of like a Baron Corbin, kind of like a Sean Spears, kind of like he is somebody that can, for lack of a better term, an old term, wrestle a broomstick and have a great match, right? But you know what I mean? He's one of those guys that can make anybody look good.
Hold on. It's not Sheamus can wrestle a broomstick. Let's really put what it actually.
Well, what I'm saying is, he can make it. It looks.
No. I'm about to make what
Okay.
you're trying to say even better.
Okay.
Sheamus is one of those guys that literally makes everything that you do crazier. And what I mean by that is like the idea that when he faced Rusev, it was not just a bar brawl.
Yeah.
It was they started falling through everything. They started going through everything. They started making it insanely like the visual for it was, you and I were talking about it. It's like holy shit, they're gonna go through everything here.
His matches with Rusev were good, but if you want a wrestling class, go back and watch any match that Sheamus had with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Those two together, that is wrestling 101.
Prime point. Thank you, sir. And yeah, Because remember, I mean, even Daniel Bryan ended up losing the championship
And
in
went 30 seconds.
30 seconds. And then WWE had to rethink all of that, right? Sheamus, he's 48. I want to point out that apparently when it came to a TKO statement and interest in somebody based on their contract, when Sheamus's name came up, apparently the statement was, we don't need him, he's 48. And somebody came to bat and said, he's been here all along, he'll do whatever we need, he's literally going to put over everybody.
Yes.
And they still sat there and said, nah.
It's the same thing I'm saying that Natty's doing for all these women in NXT. Sheamus can be that same person for all these young guys. Like I said, Baron Corbin's going to be the gatekeeper and pushing these young guys and teaching them what they need to know. Sheamus could be the same thing. But like you said, TKO is like they're looking at the money. They're like, no.
You know what I'm really worried about there, Tino? Is that long term, they've already looked at Natty and said, we're going to go the next 6 months. Her contract's going to come up, and I don't know when her contract is due, but they're going to go, no reason to keep it. She makes too much money based on what we're doing. Now,
they're going to do that to all these people who can help these younger guys, and they're going to go out of business. They're going to fuck themselves in a corner. And these wrestlers, I don't say go out of business.
I don't think they'll ever put themselves out of business.
Wrestlers need these veterans who can kind of show them the ropes and kind of help them progress their characters, help them improve their characters, improve their skills. They need these veterans to show these kids the ropes, because right now, because pretty soon they're going to go gone. Then now you got these kids showing each other the ropes, and it's like the blind lead the blind. You know what I mean? And while they're good indie wrestlers, they're good, but they're not these wrestlers who have been there day in, day out, seen it all, and know. You know what I'm saying?
Clip that. I'm going to tell you right now, I know exactly what you're talking about. I also know that we're not trying to sit there and say that people like Natty don't have a place in the industry.
They do.
They absolutely do. What we're basically saying is that, like, we need
those vets. We need those vets. Whether and it's sad that they've got all this knowledge and all this experience, which is worth the money that you're paying them. So now you're trying to cheat them and shortchange them and be like, no, we want your knowledge, but we don't want to pay you for your knowledge. I'll be like, fuck you too.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Like, I love the idea that a bunch of these people are putting together their own, like, small promotions and whatever. I also want to point out that, like
I think I need it.
What do you
be buzzed because of that? Like you well known.
What you need?
No, I mean, because I got to drive, but it's like I'm like,
there you go.
This shows
you can go ahead and
I'm good. I
drive. But I think it's time to talk about AEW.
So before we get into the two we want to talk about, there's one spot in the Kyle O'Reilly match at the very end for that championship. When he won the championship.
Which championship?
He did. Who did he? He beat Takeshita.
He didn't beat Takeshita.
Yeah, he did. He won Takeshita's belt Wednesday night. Yes, he did.
You're gonna have to remind me of that.
Hold on.
What I'm gonna start talking about. How about that?
Well, hold on, because this is only going to take a minute, and then we're going to talk about what we want to talk about.
Well, I was gonna start talking about Jericho versus Ciampa. So I can talk about that, right?
Yeah.
So, folks, if you've not watched Jericho versus Ciampa, it opened Dynamite. And here's, I want to start with my problem with this.
Yeah, take a shit up. And Fletcher.
You said Fletcher.
Yeah, Kyle Fletcher.
Wait, you
Kyle
didn't,
Fletcher.
no, you didn't originally say Fletcher.
That's O'Reilly.
You said
It was Kyle. I'm sorry. But okay, so real quick, Fletcher, when he did that fucking teardrop brain buster on that top turnbuckle.
Oh my God, we're going to talk about that.
Okay,
We're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about this first. I want to talk about Jericho versus Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh yeah, when he fucking dropped him on that fucking the stair steps. That whole match.
Folks, I have to take my glasses off for this because I'm afraid I'm going to break them.
And when he went under the ring, you know he played it. Well, he went under that match.
Actually,
I think when he hit that,
Jericho said that he did not blade.
so he got it the hard way.
He got it hard ways because of the angle that the cut was.
Was it from the stairs? Yep.
Jericho versus Tommaso Ciampa.
That match was fucking phenomenal. You want to know what? Okay. So my brother-in-law had come down to the beach and he hadn't watched wrestling for years, and I made him watch it. He was like, "The fuck!" I'm gonna start watching AEW. Sorry.
No,
that match.
No. I'm fine with exactly what this son of a bitch
that
said.
match did it. He's like, I gotta start watching this shit.
I'm gonna say right now, if you hadn't watched wrestling in a while, if you had watched wrestling in a while, here's the deal. When they actually had what
This is, I think this is where he
I took my glasses off. Hold on a second. Let me put my glasses back. Okay.
I think it's where he got busted.
Oh, right here. Yeah.
the fucking pedigree.
Tino is showing
Right
me.
here. Bam! I think that's where he got busted open.
Is that a pedigree? What is that
It was
called?
kind of like a fall away pedigree. I mean, it looks like a pedigree when he set it up.
All I can say
God.
is here's my problem with the setup for this match. You ready?
Okay.
Did I love the match?
Fuck yes.
100%. Did I love the setup for the match?
No.
100%.
Oh, you did? I thought you said you didn't.
No. Loved it. Loved the setup. Loved the match. Loved the fact that AEW took 6 fucking weeks to set this match up.
Okay.
Loved every moment of it. It was, it is the best setup.
You said you got tired of him doing the subliminal thing.
No. Hold on.
Okay.
Loved every minute of this beat to get to where we were. You know what I hated? The fact that this went from sounding like it was going to be the main event.
Oh, yeah.
To being the fucking opener. Because I'm going to tell you right now.
But I didn't mind it being the opener because that fucking match rocked and it set the tone, right? It's one of those, okay, you want us to be the opener? Okay, follow that, bitches, because that's exactly what that match was. Follow that, motherfucker.
And if you didn't see, my hands were giving thumbs up. I originally was doing thumbs ups, and I noticed that I didn't see them on the screen. Tino's 100% correct.
They set that tone, and they said, "This is the bar. This is what you. If you can't hang, if you can't be at this bar, fuck you. You don't need to be on this show." And I think that brought out. And if you watch the rest of the show, the rest of that show was fucking fire because fucking Jericho and Ciampa said, "Motherfuckers, follow this, top this."
Now, based on what he just said, and you see him over here, right? Yeah. Based on what he just said,
Do you agree? Or you disagree?
I agree with everything you said,
Okay.
but
Oh shit.
here's the problem. For 6 weeks, we built up Tommaso Ciampa versus Chris Jericho.
Okay.
We built it. We built this city. Boom, 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 boom. Rock and roll. City. Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Thank you, Air Supply.
No.
No?
Jefferson Starship.
Oh, Jefferson's. Oh, son of a bitch. You're right. We built
I
this
feel my
city.
80s, bitch.
But here's the problem. We built all of that. We built all of the anger, argument, everything else. The Jericho versus Ciampa deserved, and you might argue with me, deserved, earned, and built everything to get themselves to the main event. And by the way, you're not gonna beat me on this. The fact is that those two did everything that, and by the way, because I'm a Ciampa fan, 100%, I am gonna say that they worked their asses off to get themselves to where they earned the main event of Beach Break, and then Tony Khan's stupid ass sat there and said, no, we have to have a world championship match on top.
Here's the thing, right? So I think that the Kenny Omega match and the MJ match should have been main event. I agree with but because listen to me, because it's for the championship. I agree that Ciampa and Jericho should have opened it. It couldn't have been in the middle, and it couldn't have been semi-main, right? You'd have been pissed off if it had, right? So that match had to open the show. If it wasn't going to be the main event, it had to open the show.
I want to point out.
I agree it should have been the main event, but if it wasn't the main event, it had to open the show. It can't be a middle match. It can't be a semi-main. It had to either open or end the show.
I want to point out that based on the argument that my partner said, that I agree.
Because you'd have been pissed if it had been like tucked in the middle or like towards the mind. You'd have been pissed.
But I want to say, but
because I know you'd have been pissed. You'd have been pissed, and we'd have had another Rob's rant. You'd have been pissed. So if it wasn't,
do you disagree with my earlier Rob's rant?
I agree with everything you fucking said tonight. We're on the same page.
Thank you.
But what I'm saying, if it wasn't the main event, it had to open. It couldn't have been anywhere else.
But I might have one.
All right, here we go.
No. Simply put, I would have started with the World Championship.
Really? Oh, so you'd have reversed it. Okay.
Because that's a great question.
All right.
And for those of you, I hate it because I went like this and I'm off camera. Hold on. Let's see if we can. No.
Let's move all the alcohol. Move all the alcohol.
We really can't do it.
No.
Hold on. Let's try to get both of us in here.
I'm gonna try to move this. We'll move these magnets so we're not going to spill.
Yeah, we're having trouble getting both of us. Yeah, see, I'm not in there anymore. There we go.
Oh no, man.
Yeah, you got to move closer.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even remember what the question was.
It had to be the beginning or the end. You said,
"Oh, why?"
Yes.
Yeah. So the truth is that when it came to all of those I'm
It's all right. But you said it should have flipped. You said you would have had the championship at the beginning.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
Ciampa- and then Champa and
And
Jericho
here's
at the
why.
end.
Here's why. Because if you started the match with the World Championship match
Right.
and there was no time limit,
Okay.
having it go through from the very beginning, it's okay to finish it whenever you finish, right?
Okay.
Having the Jericho versus Champa like street fight kind of ish, whatever, those two are angry at each other. You could sit there and make it look like the match is ending, have people beating each other over the head with whatever, and then go, no, that's not over yet.
Okay.
Makes sense, right?
All right.
But the first part of having all the things mean something is whatever it is. Anyways, I do want to talk about.
Did we talk? We didn't talk about the Jericho. We didn't talk about the championship.
We did not.
Omega and Champa.
Yeah.
Omega and MJF.
Yeah. I need to find
Go back up. Go back up.
Is it up there?
It is down a little. Go down. You keep passing it. I saw it. Where the fuck did it go? Oh. It's above Jey Uso divorce. That one.
This one.
Yeah.
All right. Tino. Have at it.
This match surprised the shit out of me, right? I just knew that.
Well, hold on. Start at the beginning.
So MJF and Kenny Omega, the match for the AEW Championship. If Omega lost this match, he would not be allowed to wrestle for
Challenge
the
for.
title ever again. I don't have anything to chase.
I got something. Here. There's.
He would never be allowed to challenge again. So we start this match.
I don't like the rest of that. I don't care. So, the again, Kenny Omega signed off saying he will never challenge for the World Championship again.
He pulled a hangman.
What he did, but it's the third time that MJF has pulled this on someone.
But you kind of had to know something was up because they said Kenny Omega's never beat MJF. MJF has always kicked out of the One Wing Angel.
I mean, he only did it once, but yes.
Yes. So you were kind of like, well, maybe Omega had a chance, but MJF just won this belt back. He hasn't. If you think about it, he hasn't had this back long. How long ago was that pay?
I agree.
You were in Vegas, so what was that? 2 weeks?
I agree. Yeah.
So I wasn't
3 weeks ago.
I wasn't expecting him to lose it this soon, but I think they are setting up Omega and Ospreay.
I think that this match. So for those attached to everything, we watched as Ospreay told Kenny, "Don't put your championship, whatever, up against it." Right, and you weren't here for that, so that's something we saw as it happened. When we started looking at the situation, Kenny went against Max,
Mhm.
And did you think that Kenny was going to win? No, you thought he was going to lose. The idea that Kenny won, and this was something where like I think that most of the internet community when it came to WWE and AEW wrestling looked at it. We all sat there and said, "This is a struggle. Like we don't know." Um, I think I sat there personally and said, "Kenny's gonna win."
Oh, you thought Kenny would win?
But the only reason why I said that was because I was like, I really don't want him to lose.
Yeah.
So interesting, right?
But Kenny, according to like Kenny's going to win, but I'm like, is he going to pull Young Bucks because he's an EVP? You know what I mean?
So I actually came up with a plan
Okay.
to fix it if someone said no, right? You ready for it?
Here we go.
All right. So here's the deal. If Kenny hadn't won, by the way, Kenny Omega did win. We're all happy with Kenny Omega winning. And I love it, by the way. The plan was that we would get told, hey, there's a certain amount of people that are disagreeing, whatever. And the plan was to take the negative and go, how do we sit there and prove it the other direction? Other direction. Erection?
Don't. Don't. General Erection. You know
his name was General Rection, not General Erection. It was Hugh
That would go with Brock. That would go with Roman. But if they enforce, and Cody too, if they enforce this rule, they be stripping the motherfuckers every month.
Brother, you could implement it some way. I'm just saying that right now, the way that they've done it. I mean, Liv Morgan has not
Nope.
since
WrestleMania, bitch.
Since WrestleMania.
And that was when? Fucking April. This is what? Fucking July.
I mean,
I'm just saying, dude.
no, but I agree with you. I'm literally saying the same thing as you. I'm just saying, I hate it. I hate it.
You got anything?
Uh,
Y'all agree with me?
The comments.
No sound. Uh-oh. We lost sound at some point. He said, okay,
No, it
sound
said,
now.
okay, sound now.
Yeah, but before it was like no sound, no sound.
No sound. No sound.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully everything's been all right.
Because I was spitting facts.
Dude, tonight has been a wild.
Fucking, that's why. But we want to talk. There's a couple more things. No, go back to your, because we got to talk about.
What are you guys talking about?
You want to talk about the Jey Uso? What were you saying? You said new news has come out. I ain't heard about it. And Aldous getting choked out.
Oh yeah, all right. Let me figure this one out. Hold on for a second, folks. Let's go back to SmackDown.
Go down. You get past it.
There it is. So did anybody watch SmackDown this week? Tino says he did. Tino,
I was at the Beast. I was watching it.
how did you feel about most of SmackDown?
Besides fucking Sammy not being there, like you said, I like what Punk said to Candice and Johnny. And then at the fucking very end, no, I'm good. At the fucking very end,
No.
With Aldous and Gunther. And then Cody came out at the end trying to play hero. At this point, I'm tired of Cody. A little. Don't be fucking. That's good. Don't be. Yeah, all Cody's coming out because at this point, Cody needs to go ahead and go full Homelander and heel.
Sorry. So here's the problem that I saw with all this is that obviously backstage fucking Johnny
Ace.
Yeah. No, Johnny and his wife.
Oh, Gargano.
Yeah, laying backstage, blah blah blah, all that bullshit. But here's the deal, man. Go ahead.
Oh no, we already talked about that out there. That CM Punk came out there and pretty much called them out and like, dude, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, this isn't Johnny wrestling. He told him you need to get back to what you're doing. And he said the same thing to Candice. You need to get out there, pretty much get off your ass and go for a fucking title. You're fucking Candice LeRae, fucking badass bitch. She is, and that's why I think she needs to be in that title hunt. If they do strip Rhea of that title, she needs to be whatever match they do. The 6-man, they do a battle royal, whatever they do. Candice needs to be in that.
Think that's going to actually happen?
I think they're going to have to strip Rhea, and something's going to have to happen with SummerSlam. What is it? What did Michael say? Candice what needs to be in the ring? Exactly.
Where did you see that?
Go back to comments at the last one right there. Candice needs to be in the ring. He's exactly right.
I mean, Candice is amazing. So it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Oh, shit. Go to he said he did not hear anything you said, Tino. Did not hear my rant. God damn it.
Which one?
That one.
This one?
Didn't hear my rant. Damn it. It was a good one, too. It was a good one.
You know, I gotta be real. Like Tino sat there, went off. But the thing that actually makes me feel excited about the two of us is that Tino agreed with just about everything I said tonight, which he normally does not do. With that said, though, Tino.
Yep.
We know that there isn't much else going on, so let's
Where'd the Jey Uso go?
that was about his wife and his situation there.
But I think they still haven't said it, but I think it's because he's like Miss Parker.
Oh no! They've said he's with Miss Parker.
They said he is with her, or
They've said he is with her. But what we need to talk about, let's talk about the Kenny Omega match, and specifically Kenny Omega versus MJF, knowing that if Kenny Omega lost this match, he would never be able to go after the AEW championship.
right?
How did you feel going into this match?
I already told you I didn't think he was going to win.
You thought he was going to win.
I thought he was going to lose.
Oh yeah. And me, I thought he was going to lose. I thought that AEW had basically set this premonition up to where everybody that was going to do this was going to lose.
Yep.
So how did you feel when it actually came out the other direction?
I was fucking ecstatic because that is one match I do want to see. I want to see Omega and Ospreay. And I'm sure Dave Meltzer does too. Dave Meltzer has already creamed his pants. Clip that. Dave Meltzer has creamed his pants. And that's going to be a fucking 25-star match.
25 star. So I want to point out El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano. Do you remember what that was given? 5.75 stars.
And that didn't have any of his favorites. So you got Ospreay, you got Omega.
You didn't get the Ospreay, Omega, or Okada extra points.
So Ospreay and Omega, how many stars do you think that he's going to give that match?
Well,
he gave those two 5-star, and it didn't have any of his favorites.
He gave the El Grande Americano versus El Grande 5 points.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Hold on. I'm trying to tell you what it was. 5.75 stars for El Grande versus El Grande. Okay.
All right.
5.75 stars. 5.75. He gave Swerve Strickland versus Will Ospreay the main event of that pay-per-view when I was in Chicago. 5.5.
Oh, damn.
So the best match of the year to this date is still El Grande versus El Grande.
God. Okay.
And yet, if you have an opportunity to watch the other match, fucking watch that goddamn shit, bro. Anyways, Tino, anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think we talked about everything.
The only other thing I want to talk about at all is about that son of a bitch that showed up in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Baron fucking Corbin. How do you feel about that?
I already told you. I'm glad he's back. 'Cause I think he's going to be. We
You
talked
told
about
me.
it.
You did tell
The
me?
gatekeeper. Remember, I said he's going to be the gatekeeper.
Okay. Talk about it. That wasn't talking about it. It almost was
Excuse
talking
me.
about it, but
They need to. They
just talk
need.
about it.
They need a veteran. They need a veteran to help these young guys. And I think if you can pull one back, Baron Corbin would be a good one too, because it's not going to hurt him. Sure, they're going to give him some wins, right? And they put them. It looks like the first program they're going to put him in is going to be with
A solid one.
be with Trick Williams, right? So while Trick, we've already talked about Trick is fucking ready for prime time, right? So what I think they're going to do is Baron will take that because Trick's ready to go to main event. So I think they're going to have Baron take that take the US title. Trick is going to go up, and then Baron will have that US title is going to kind of gatekeep the mid cards, kind of work with those guys to get them ready to go up to the to the upper card, right? And I think eventually Baron will find his way to the upper card, and again be the gatekeeper. So from the people he helped at the mid card, as they come up, kind of like guide them through, kind of funnel them through. So I think that's what they're going to do with Baron, and if they're smart, that's what they'll do with Baron. What do you think?
I tend to think everything that you said is accurate. I don't know if everything that you said is based on like making sure that we're gonna do this towards a certain section or something. But otherwise, yeah, everything that you said, I tend to agree with. I think that you know WWE is gonna sit there and go, Baron Corbin is a guy that we can look at for this, and every so often we're gonna let him get here. But then if he tries to get above that, we're gonna find him right here. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, anyways, folks, I think Tino and I are done.
We'll watch a little. We're gonna go watch a little bit of Raw.
I think we're gonna go watch a little bit
Of
of Raw.
Raw. I'll be here.
Ready? Noise. Motorcycle Machines and Potsy and Tino.
For the Potsy and Tino show.
Thanks for watching.
Monday night, it's time to go. Turn on the screen, let the good times shows. Wrestling life and who knows what. If it's cool or weird, they're talking it up. It's the Potsy and Tino show. Drop the facts and let opinions flow. Laughs, hot takes, and maybe a rant. Two best buds with a mic and a plan. From the square circle to the comic racks, they're throwing chairs and spitting facts like they had eight. They'll likely be late. Grab a drink and speculate. It's the Potsy and Tino show. Drop up the facts and let opinions flow. Laughs, hot takes, and maybe a rant. Two best buds with a mic and a plan. From the square circle to the comic racks, they're throwing chairs and spitting facts like that it ain't. They'll likely be late. Grab a drink and speculate. It's the Potsy and Tino show. Breaking it down with the pop culture glow. News, reviews, and a story or two. You never know what they're gonna do. So comment, subscribe, and like. It's time to roll with Potsy and Tino.